I am feeling dysphoric. It was the day before yesterday. I was at the beach, and all day that day, I had been feeling like a certain level of discomfort with my physical body. Then, all of a sudden, like when the sun was going down, I just started crying, and it was like this like crying that was like, oh my god, like I was crying because everything just felt so fucked up. Like my body just felt so fucked up, and it's like so absurd that um that I like have that experience of like such extreme like dissociation. It makes the experience of my physical form, it makes it feel like a surrealist painting in the worst way possible, and I don't want my experience of my physical form to be a surrealist painting. I feel like sometimes who I am is revealed to me. Look at this cute little narwhal that I got. Isn't it amazing? I think that this guy is just like so cute. He was so expensive, but it was so worth it because this is kind of the best thing I've ever bought for myself, aside from this crow or this purple skull. So those are my magical objects for today. Right now, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't feel like there's any like darkness behind me or around me that I'm mitigating today. Today, it feels like it's just beauty. I've also noticed that like it's okay for me to be where I am right now, and that's good too. Crazy to like witness how much my reality has changed, both internally and externally, and there are still like things that I have to do, and there are still like I have a long way to go, but I feel a lot more okay. And as much as it sucked to go through those processes, I know that in order for me to be where I am now, I kind of had to go through them. Like, I've been realizing that the kind of life that I want to live and the kind of embodiment that I want to experience and the kind of person I want to be is like freedom is like my number one thing. It's like the most important thing to me. And in order for me to be that free, I have to let go of everything that is not. So I'm going through a process of learning how to die. And it's not just about the death of it, it's also about the life of it and how I can be reborn. And rebirth is not an easy thing because before you are reborn, you have to go through the void. And lately I've been living my own nightmares because I haven't completely let go of my past. This whole time I've been trying to ground, and I've been trying to live my best life, and I've been trying to embody myself authentically. And I'm hella ungrounded. Like, I'm not talking about the day-to-day level of ungrounded where it's like I'm kind of spacey today and I need to like eat something so I can ground. I mean, like, I have lived years of my life not being here. Like, here. I've been there. I've been like there. I've been like there, but I'm not like here. You know what I mean? I I have had so much resistance to my purpose that I have completely avoided my own life. And I've been cycling through the same lessons that I have been kind of like seeing, for the past 5 years. Like, I've been living in the realm of possibility. I have been getting visions of myself as a man, and I've been getting visions of myself fully embodied. And it's almost like I'm so ungrounded that it's like the visions feel like they're enough. It's like, okay, the fact that I see this means it's gonna happen. So then I like wake up and I don't do anything and I just sit there and I'm like, okay, I'm seeing the things. Like, that's cool. Like, I'm able to like see the future like so much, and I'm able to like see far, far, far. But that doesn't mean shit if I don't if I don't, you know what I mean? Like, if I don't live to meet those visions. One thing to see it, but that's just a possibility if I don't choose it. You know what I mean? And I was, of all things, I was getting frozen fruit out of the freezer the other day, and I was asking my guides, like, the fuck are you, like, why are you giving me these visions? Like, what is happening? What is going on? And they were like, those visions are all possibilities. And those visions will be a reality if you choose to be reborn. I'm extremely depressed. Whenever I have thoughts of hurting myself, I know that they're not real, so I've spent hours transmuting them and going into them and annihilating them. Like, sometimes the depression feels completely hopeless, like a pit of sadness with no resolution, and other times it just feels like everything is like a burden to do and everything is so challenging to do. Like, it's hard for me to do the dishes, it's really hard for me to like do errands, and it actually feels painful to make art. And I've never really felt that way before, but it's really weird. Like, yesterday I was making art and I was just like, I felt like it was like taking too much energy, or it wasn't making me feel happy, and I was just like angry that it wasn't making me feel happy, and so I just stopped doing it. And I feel like it's a whole another level of this dark night of the soul. And I'm depressed because I'm trans, and I'm realizing now that it's not a small thing, it's kind of a big thing. Even though I'm depressed, I'm not in survival mode and I'm not traumatized. It's more of an existential thing. Because I think I know that, like I know why I'm depressed, and I know that I won't feel this way forever, and I know that, like, that it'll get better, and so I don't feel bad, I guess. And I'm grateful because I feel like I have the ability to, like, I'm grateful that I feel like this because it's showing me that I'm in a safe enough environment to really know who I am. Because this depression comes from not being embodied. In April, when I realized that I'm transgender, I divorced myself, and I divorced that part of my identity from God because I believed that I wasn't allowed to be loved by God and be transgender. I've been doing a lot of processing this week of like who I used to be and who I'm becoming. It's like all of the pieces of me that I left behind in those days when I was performing femininity are coming back to me and showing me how depressed I really was, and how sad I really was, and how my life really looked then. And it's like, in those days, like, I was going in between moments of excruciating pain, and like every moment was trying to get out of that pain and living with that pain. And like I'm just realizing how so much of that pain was connected to my gender. I feel like a lot more whole as a person, because I'm remembering everything. I know what I need, and it isn't necessarily what I want. I'm noticing now it's kind of more what I need. Hey, so today is my first day on T. I'm very happy that I chose, well, my spirit guides chose, but I'm happy that I ended up transitioning and beginning my hormonal journey of transition on 22222. It's great. I'm already feeling changes, but they're actually only in my subtle body right now. I mean, I was feeling some throat stuff earlier today, but I don't know, like I'm like doubting myself. I'm like, is that really, can you really feel that quickly? And I don't know. I'm taking it one day at a time. I am noticing that I am a little bit more like agitated about things, just a little bit. It's like easier for me to feel agitated, but because I like know that I'm on hormones, I'm able to kind of just be like, I'm fine, it's okay. And my throat is a little wonky too, a little bit, just a little bit. And I honestly feel like such a deep sense of peace. Like I feel so peaceful, and I feel so balanced inside, and I feel like so open. I feel this incredible amount of beauty in me, but it's like constant, and it doesn't stop, and it's just like it's just ever present. Like, and my body feels like an empty room. My body feels like a cave of echoes, and I'm so psychic right now. Like my psychic abilities have like just immediately, like right when I got the shot, I felt a difference. Like they've been like skyrocketing, and it's awesome. And I just feel like so peaceful, and I want to feel this way for the rest of my life, and I hope that I will. And I was a little like a little stressed this morning because I was like realizing that these changes are not going to happen overnight. They're going to take a really long time to happen. That kind of freaks me out. So I think I might do some more like gender affirming stuff really fast so that I can feel good already when the changes happen. And I just feel, you know what I feel? I feel beautiful. That's how I feel. And I feel so calm. Like, I feel so calm. Like, I had no idea how in the back of my mind, like at all times for like a year, when I really started to need to transition, for a long time there was always this sense of unease in me, like constantly, and now it's not there. And I just feel like the night sky, and I know that means I'm on the right track, because my soul is like, my soul's archetype is this. It's like dark blue with like rainbows in it. So anyway, that's what I got. I can't believe how happy I am. I'm almost kind of in disbelief of it. I hope that it is still this good. I'm like doubting it. I'm like, is this really real? Like, am I really allowed to be this happy? And it's like, yeah, I am.